Yo, what's going on, people? King Rich is back again, yeah? Hey, listen up, yeah? This is the craziest thing I saw. I saw this actually yesterday, that Tory Lanez, who obviously is in prison, he was attacked with a knife or a bladed weapon in prison, and he was attacked and he was hit with that weapon 14 times. Yeah, and this is actually really, really scary. And this is a clear example of when you are chasing the wrong type of women, the wrong type of lifestyle, and it goes wrong. This is a cautionary tale, right? And by all accounts, he has found himself in prison because he was dealing with Megan Thee Stallion, and there was an incident that happened which led to him going to jail, going to prison, and now he has had an attempt on his life. And at the end of the day, this whole time while he's been sitting in prison and being, trying to fight for his life, Megan Thee Stallion has been outside living her movie, laughing and joking and drinking and doing the regular hood stuff that she's always done, twerking and all of that. And I've always said to you guys from day one, it is always a major mistake to get involved with any kind of hood rap women, hood culture women, any of these type of ilk, because they will always bring chaos and drama and danger to your life, because that's their culture to do that. And at the end of the day, I can't really feel that sorry for Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez wanted to be a part of that same culture. So anyway, let us take a look at what we've seen out there. So as you can see, it says there, Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times. Yeah, 14 times. And let's see what it said under his Instagram post. Said, Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Bro, let me say this one thing. As a guy, I've been stabbed before. I know how it feels. Right? It's not a pleasant or easy ordeal or thing to happen to you. And the recovery is not easy either. Even the fact of being stitched up is not an easy, comfortable situation. This man here, Tory Lanez, who was a very, very popular rapper, who still is very popular to this day. Someone who was, famous, getting money, getting the admiration of men and getting the attention of women. This guy has found himself in jail, in prison, fighting for his life, being stabbed 14 times. 2 of those wounds were to the back of his head, and 1 is to the left side of his face. Now, a couple years ago, him getting into this industry, I'm sure he didn't imagine anything like this was going to happen. But when you're dealing with a destructive individual or destructive individuals, or you're throwing yourself in a destructive culture, bro, what do you expect? So I can't really feel that sorry for him. But at the same time, he found himself in this situation by messing with 304s. All right. Both of his lungs collapsed and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own despite being in pain. He is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he's pulling through. Bro, think about this. Both of his lungs collapsed because he was chasing 304s. getting involved with destructive, dysfunctional women. Women who glorify and look up to and praise destructive, violent culture. And you want to get involved with them. You want to date them. You want to sleep with them. And now look at you. You ended up in prison. And, you know, by some accounts, some people say you were wrongfully put in prison by the testimony of this woman. And now you have 2 collapsed lungs. You have a wound on the left side of your face, 2 to the back of your head. This guy could have easily passed away. I don't think people really understand the gravity of this. 14 times. Bro, some people get stabbed once and they don't make it. All you need to do is get cut in the wrong artery. You're done. You're bleeding out. It's over. And yeah, he also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Bro, do not mess with women who are in that hood culture, in that street culture, in that criminal culture, in that violent culture, who they have a history of dating thugs and criminals and these kind of guys. You know, they find that kind of lifestyle exciting. They want to be a part of it. Bro, you need to be far, far away from those type of women. And in fact, you need to be far, far away from that kind of society, that kind of culture. You should want better for yourself. Especially if you're someone who has something to lose. This is crazy. 14 times, bro. So, look. So this slide says, Tory Lanez alleged prison attacker is inmate serving life sentence for murder. So this guy here, he has nothing to lose. Tory Lanez, you have a very good chance of getting out of prison, but you have been attacked by a man who has no chance of leaving prison. And the reason why you're there is because you was chasing a lifestyle and chasing the type of women that were going to lead to your destruction, and you've nearly lost your life. And in the caption it says, according to reports, Tory Lanez was allegedly stabbed in prison by fellow inmate Santino Casio, who's serving a life sentence for murder and has a history of violence. So this guy that attacked him has already deleted somebody before. So, you know, taking you out is nothing to him. He's not getting out anyway. The attack happened around 7:20 a.m. Imagine that. 7:20 in the morning. You're getting shanked 14 times. 7:20 in the morning. Not even 9 a.m. The attack happened at around 7:20 a.m. at California Correctional Institution. Staff responded quickly, gave Tory medical aid and sent him to hospital. This is absolutely insane. Big up Ray Carl for the super chat. He says, blessings King Riches from long-time supporters, bro. Tory is very lucky he didn't get deleted. This video you are doing is a big message. Oh my God, like, bro, this is a cautionary tale. I don't think guys really understand. There was no way I was going to miss doing this story, because I know a lot of people, they can't be bothered to like the video or support the channel, but there is somebody's going to watch this. There's going to be some young guy, and he's probably going to be from my community, and he's going to watch this video, and this is probably going to save his life. And I'm not some guy that doesn't understand street culture and hood culture and all of that. I'm somebody, as I said, I've been involved. I was running around doing silly things, stupid things that I'm not going to glorify and try and act like, oh yeah, I was some big time criminal, because I wasn't no big time criminal. I was an idiot. I was an idiot chasing a lifestyle and tradition that has been, pushed in our faces from little kids through media, especially through rap music. It's been endorsed to us in these environments, in low income environments. Boys that don't usually have their father in their house, they look up to these foul role models, telling them that they should go out drilling and trapping and get money by any means and try to get as fast money as possible so that you can go and date some hood rats. And some of us don't make it. This is the truth. Some of us don't make it, fam. This guy here is very, very fortunate. To be honest, God has really blessed this guy. He blessed this guy with the talent to be a rapper. He blessed this guy to put him in situations where he could make money, and he tried to be independent, which some would say this is what landed him in this prison situation, because he tried to be independent, and the powers that be in the music industry didn't like him very much because of that, and they got him in this crazy situation and got him locked up. Because if you didn't know, the music industry is a very evil place. It's a very sinister place, where if you do not play along and you do not go along, they will try and get rid of you. They will delete you in one way or another. So again, this is why a lot of the things I talk about, I've made these mistakes in my own personal life. But anyway, so this guy here is the one that stabbed him. He looks like he's a Latino, Mexican type guy. Like, bro, imagine that 7:20 in the morning, you're getting shanked 14 times, bro. By 8 o'clock, they're trying to keep you alive. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Okay, so moving on. Yeah. Tory Lanez lawyers say that Kelsey Harris' bodyguard claims he heard her admit to shooting Megan Thee Stallion in 2020. Bro, this is the reason why Tory Lanez is in prison now, getting shanked, bro. Let me repeat that. This is breaking news, yeah? Tory Lanez lawyers say Kelsey Harris' bodyguard claims he heard her admit to shooting Megan Thee Stallion. So the reason why Tory Lanez is even in prison is because allegedly it was said that he shot Megan Thee Stallion, and well, now it sounds like it wasn't him that done it. So there must have been some false testimonies there. And I'm sure Megan Thee Stallion, because I can't quite remember the story, but I know Megan Thee Stallion had something to do with him getting locked up. And she didn't have no remorse. She testified in court against him. And so he's in prison, and now he's getting shanked up at 7:20 in the morning. This is crazy, fam.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired.
Wow. Hold on.
Not long ago, Unite the People fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, There were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, fired 2 more times. Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense? Mr. Peterson.
Bruh, at the end of the day, yeah, regardless of everything that's being said in this video by Tory Lanez lawyer, bro, this is what happens when you hanging around these kind of dysfunctional people, fam. The 2 women are having a fight. They're probably having a ratchet fight about something stupid and irrelevant. And then one of them is carrying a firearm. One of these women is carrying a firearm. Why? Because she's from street hood culture, bro. And these are people that got money. These are not people that don't have money, you know. These are people that have money. They're not desperate. They're not in survival mode people. These are music people, people in the industry. And they're arguing about something petty, probably arguing over Willie, yeah? And then one of them pulls out a firearm and starts going crazy with a firearm, bro. Like, bruh. And now he's the one that ended up in jail because he was around the wrong type of women. Simple. He was around the wrong type of women, and now it ended up, he ends up in jail. He ends up getting shanked 14 times, twice in the back of his head, 1 in the side of his face, 2 collapsed lungs, fighting for his life because he decided to chase 304s. Because he wanted to, and he's simping for 304s. If anything, he should have just told the police exactly what happened. This woman was holding a gun and she let it off. That's what he should have done. But he's trying to adhere to this dumb street code thing. This street code thing, which has now got you put in prison, which has now had you fighting for your life, trying to, I don't know, come to the rescue of these 304s, bro. And then they threw you straight under the bus and didn't look back. These women threw him under the bus, didn't look back, bro. Bruh. Now I saw this. Chris Brown shows support to Tory Lanez after bodyguard claims Megan Thee Stallion's former best friend admitted to shooting her. Wow, bro. A new twist to the case, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. A bodyguard named Bradley James has come forward to claim via lawyers that he overheard Meg's former best friend, Kelsey Harris, admit to shooting her. Lanez was found guilty of shooting Megan in 2023 and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. He was found guilty of assault with a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm, and neglect discharge of a gun. This week, Lanez was stabbed multiple times in prison. Bro, you're getting shanked and you're in there and you didn't even commit the crime. This is crazy, fam. And that was the lawyer. And this is Chris Brown's Instagram, and he says, "Free Tory." Bro. For the love of God Almighty, bro. Any guys out there, yeah? First of all, stop simping. Because at the end of the day, Tory Lanez, you got yourself in this situation because you were simping. You were simping after some hood chicks. And I don't care if Megan Thee Stallion is a star. She's still a hood chick. She's still hood. She's still a hood chick. She's a hood rat. She's a hood rat with money, twerking. Everything is twerking. Like, there's no class there. Yeah? And you simping, wanting to date her, be around her, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Like, come on. Now look at you. You're in the car with her and her other hood rat friend. They're arguing. One of them pulls out a strap, starts letting off in there. Then you took the blame for everything. And they slapped 10 years on you. They slapped 10 years on you. Those 2 women out are living their life. Jumping up and down on willies, going to clubs, twerking, drinking, getting drunk, all these kind of things. You're sitting in prison fighting for your life, getting shanked 14 times at 7:20 in the morning. This is a cautionary tale for every guy out there, particularly black guys. Yes, I'm taking it there. Particularly us. Because there's a big problem with black guys being big time simps, in my opinion. Always simping. Why? Because we come from a matriarchal society, a matriarchal community. Because most of us, we didn't grow up with fathers to install some kind of sense into us. We grew up listening to rap music and the opinions of criminals in our area and telling us what's real and what's not real. Listening to the opinions of hood rat chicks telling us what kind of guys are the ones they like and the ones that are lame. Yeah, Tory Lanez ain't lame, is he? But Tory Lanez is in prison because of that simp culture, that simp ideology, and he got shanked 14 times. Bro, like, bruh. Nah, bro. This has to be a cautionary tale, fam. This is a cautionary tale about the music industry, how evil it is. Because there's more to it than just that. There's more to it. Yeah? You know, the fact that Tory Lanez wanted to go independent, he didn't want to be giving any of his revenue to the record labels and stuff like that. That's what got him in trouble as well. But that's a whole different story. But let's take it on the surface. The surface value. At the end of the day, you was hanging around with hood rats. Hood rat stuff happened, and then you took the fall for it. Now you're playing Dungeons and Dragons in prison, bro. Yeah? You're playing Soul Calibur in prison, bro. Man's playing Call of Duty Vanguard in prison, bro. Bro, like, nah. That could never be me, bro. No way, bro. I don't associate with any kind of hood rat chicks. No, zero, bro. No, don't happen, bro. Can't happen. Grew out of that a long time ago. Hood rat chicks, 304s, girls that be smoking and drinking and going, hey, and they like dating thugs and scammers. They don't respect a guy that does a legitimate job because he's lame and he's square. No, those women, they need to be left alone, bro. I don't care how big her back is. I don't care how cute she is, bro. She's a liability. She could make you lose your life. I want you to understand that. And if she makes you lose your life, either you get deleted or you end up rotting in prison, guess what? Her life don't stop. She's going to go and do whatever she was doing before. She might even start sleeping with the ops. Yes, this happens all the time. So, yeah, this is a cautionary tale. And I think that all of you lot need to learn something from this. I've learned something from this. Very, very sad, very, very dangerous, bro. Like, yeah. I just say God has really, really stepped in and saved Tory Lanez's life. God really, the Most High, really. Because, bro, 14 times. Let me say this to you again. Let me make it very clear to you guys, bro. You can get shanked one time and that's the end of your life. That's it. It's over. One time. All it takes is one. You can get shanked in the leg. And you're finished. You get shanked in the neck, you're finished. This guy got shanked 14 times, twice in the back of his head, one in his face with collapsed lungs, and he survived. Oh, that was God's intervention, bro. Absolutely, that's God's intervention. I hope that he understands this and he might want to completely change his life around. Even if he gets out, which I really hope he gets out, because, obviously it's clear that he didn't do anything, right? And it's clear that he just thought that he was being the big man by taking the charge. But, bro, like, no, I hope you change your life around, because, bro, it's obvious that the devil wanted to take your life, bro. Wanted to ruin you and take your life. So you might want to completely do a U-turn. I think it's time that you turn square. I think it's time that a lot of black guys that accept that the square life is the safe life. and understand that in this society, in this world, it seems that whatever is bad is good and whatever is good is meant to be lame, especially amongst us. This really upsets me because I know how it feels to get shanked. I know how it feels. Most of my friends I know, something's happened. They've been in these kind of situations. One of the boys I grew up with, yeah, not gonna say any more than that. He got shanked 9 times, bro. Bro, I've seen a lot of things happen right in front of me, bro. I've seen things from the side of the people being attacked, and I've been with the people that are the attackers, bro. And all of this kind of thing is very devilish. It's very dark. It's demonic, bro. That's why they call it demon time, bro. Because it's evil. All of this violent culture, drillings, all of this kind of thing is evil culture. It's demonic. Demon time. And if you go ahead and put yourself in that situation, in that culture, thinking that you're going to just ride out and get money and get girls and all of that, bro, you're mistaken. No, it's going to catch you, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Just the same way it caught me, same way it caught a lot of people I know. And some people, they didn't make it, bro. Some people, they only needed to get attacked one time and that was it. It was over. The game's over. No respawn. A lot of you lot think this life is some music video, bro. It's not. I don't care what these rappers rap about. They try to make it sound glamorous. No, it's very, very scary, bro. And then on the other hand, you want to date these hood rat chicks that fully are subscribed to that culture. These chicks that will easily set you up and not feel one bit of pity or remorse for you, bro. They will put you in the worst situation, and then they will go on to go and roll up a blunt and laugh and joke like it's nothing, bro. This life is not what you think it is. It's not no basic season. It's not, fam. You better watch your back. You better do the right thing. I told you lot this in another video, yeah? This life is actually kind of easy. Yeah, it's actually very simple. Okay, let me change that. It's simple, but it's not easy, but it's simple. Just do the right thing all the time. Now, doing the right thing is not always easy, but it's simple. It's actually quite simple. Just do the right thing all the time, and you will have a smooth life. Press 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying to you guys right now, because I want a lot of the young boys, the young guys to understand this thing very well. This will save your life. Coming from somebody that's made a lot of mistakes, a lot. I should be further along in life than I am. And the reason why I'm not where I really, really, really should be is because of all these stupid mistakes and all this stupid stuff that I thought was being real. Because we are told lies. We are influenced by liars. Right? This life is simple. You can actually cut through and get through very smoothly. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. The reason why it's not easy is because it's not the cool way to do things. It's not the popular way to do things. It's probably going to be a harder road. It's going to be more difficult to get up in the morning and go to your job. It's going to be more difficult to get your job done and be consistent and be resilient. And even though you see other people around you that seem to be on some fast track that are doing things that are not the right thing, you stick to your lane. It's not easy, but it's simple. And guess what? Your life will be very smooth. Those people that do all this fast money and do all these crimes and they do all this madness and they're chasing all of these 304s, bro, their life is very turbulent. Their life can have very, very highs and very, very lows. And just like Tory Lanez, his life has had a lot of highs. Yeah, remember? Big time rapper, you know, musician, blah, 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 getting money, getting women, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Now he's hit rock bottom. He's in prison getting shanked at 7:20 in the morning, 14 times by some guy who has a life sentence and has nothing to lose. He doesn't mind taking your life. bruh. I just hope that this has got through to somebody. Please, everybody, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, like the video. Every one of you, like this video. This is an important message, fam. All right? And listen, any of you young boys out there watching this, you don't know, you're kind of like in two minds. You're at a crossroads. Shall I go down the dark path? Shall I go down that? Bro, like, no, it's not worth it because it leads to destruction. You might lose your life. It's not worth it. All right? Anyway, with that being said, you lot take care of yourselves, man. I'm out of here. Peace.